Thanks for tuning in to Blitz. I'm Brian Carter. We have a good show for you today. A couple of interviews, the Player of the Week, and the much anticipated announcement of our Fall 2010 Players of the Year for the fall sports. But first, we're going to start off the show here at Dawson County High School with Tigers basketball coach Thad Burgess. Coach, we always appreciate having you on the show.
Oh man, it's just like it's like a couple of days ago we were doing the preseason show for last year. But hey, we love having y'all here, and we appreciate you coming. And we're all excited about basketball season around in Dawson County right now.
And as are we, Coach. Last year when we talked, we got into talking about looking in the future at the region, the shakeup that was going to take place. One of the teams that came in now is East Hall, and they've always been bouncing back and forth. And talk about now that actually is happening, and you're in the same region now with East Hall. Talk about some of the other teams that are in there now and how the region's been shaken up.
We went to really being probably one of the more athletic areas with addition of East Hall, which we know year in and year out in the state of basketball in Georgia. And we were with them 3 years ago, and then they jumped up to 3A and they moved back in with us for the next 2 years. So that cause that's a big challenge. I think they were ranked in the top 5 last year. And then the addition of Elbert and Hart County, moving from 3 down to AA. And pretty much they were in the top 5 most of last year in the state of Georgia, and they bring great programs. And then you have Jefferson, who was in the Final Four last year in AA, and then the other teams. I think our whole region, you look at, everybody's got everybody back. So it's a very, very strong region, and then you throw in those 3 just juggernauts in Georgia high school basketball. It really makes for an exciting and a very challenging situation for the teams in the North Mountains.
Yeah, definitely a challenging situation. But as you said, a lot of people coming back, and you were fortunate enough to have no seniors last year, and made the state playoffs for a 4th consecutive year. This year, you've got, is it 6 seniors? Is that right?
Yeah, I think we got 6. We got one kid that played in the 8th grade, and then he decided that Ethan Brown, who had a great football career here at Dawson, joined and got back in with us. And Caleb Holbrook is back with us after a knee-ending injury in the 3rd game of last year. So he's tried to handle the point guard position for us early in the year. So, yeah, we've got a lot of our kids back. We're excited what we've got. But, again, as I mentioned to you, you look around the region, and it's just like it's the same teams from last year, except everybody's a little bit bigger, stronger, got more experience. And so, I think it's going to make for a great year. And all the way through, the whole top to bottom is going to be very exciting for everybody.
Now, you mentioned Ethan Brown. He hasn't played since 8th grade.
No, he hasn't played. He played on this team. They won all kind of North Georgia Mountain Middle School championships and everything. And I'd been trying to get him for the last couple of years, and finally the football season got over. And last spring we talked some more, and he wanted to get back involved. He's good friends. He's a great young man, and he was one of the kids that, since I've been here, that I really missed. And we're just glad to have him back, and he'll play a role. It's taking him a little while to get back some of his basketball skills, but I'm hoping by region time he'll be able to make a big contribution to us.
Yeah, and you've got more than just him that is a football player. How does that change the dynamic of the team, having some of those football athletes step out on the court?
We got probably 2 of the better ones. Our quarterback Tyler Dominy is just an outstanding. He had an outstanding football year, through for a lot of yards, and he's back with he's back on. He started for us probably about 3/4 of the year at guard for us, and he's grown another couple of inches. He's about 6'3", 6'4", very talented young man. He's a sophomore right now. He's our 2nd leading scorer, and has an abundance of skills. So he's jumped in pretty quick. It's been kind of an easier adjustment. The conditioning parts are usually the part that we struggle with the most. Levi Wilson also joined. He started in the secondary for the football team, and he's been able to jump because he's been involved with us the last 3 or 4 years. So, it's not quite as big as adjustments as maybe it would be that, if it was a running back, maybe that was, maybe gets the weights a little bit more. But I know Tyler, he didn't want to buck up too much. He likes to throw that thing, and then in basketball, he likes to shoot it. Of course, we like to shoot the ball. So
that's exactly where I was going next. Actually, is how exciting it is to watch you guys on the court, because last year we talked about that. Your approach, you're primarily a 3-point shooting team, and it's real exciting to watch, especially when you just keep draining shots left and right.
A lot more exciting when we make a few.
Yeah. Okay. So is that? I mean, obviously that approach hasn't changed, right?
No, we like we've got basically our same guys back, and guy you're going to talk to in just a minute, Jacob Evans. He's probably the best shooter I've ever had since I've been coaching about 25 years, and just even a better young man. But you know, we like to shoot at everybody. Our perimeter, even the guy we're having to put down low right now because our inside presence is not where we want it to be. Stephen Johnson is actually a wing guy, and he loves to shoot it out there too. So we wish that sometimes we could get 5 on the perimeter around the 3-point line, but we have to at least challenge them a little bit, make them think we're going to do something in the paint.
Now, what happens when, let's say if you find yourself, which doesn't happen often, thankfully for you, but when you have a deficit that's kind of growing on you during a game, and you're relying on that 3 ball, then what do you kind of go? What approach do you go to?
Well, I tell you what, and you may, I know I saw you at the Towns game. We talked a little bit about that, and even the other night against Gilmer, you know, we got down 7 or 8. Start off because we had some open looks and we didn't make it, but we were getting open looks, and I've watched our guys enough in practice and in games to know eventually law of averages, we're going to start making a few, and when you do shoot the 3, it's kind of a weird situation, and that, you know, you can look at the scoreboard one minute and we're not making them, and then the next 2 minutes later we maybe made 3 or 4, and so you go from maybe being 3 down up to about 9 or 12, and so you got to be patient with it. Sometimes it's hard to do. But I think the longer we've been able to do it, I know the other night against Gilmer, we didn't score the first 5 or 6 possessions, and I could hear some of the moaning in the crowd, you know, guys are going to make some, and next thing we knew, we made 5 or 6 in a row, and then we got back going again. So, yeah, we made the decision that we were going to live and die with it, and when you do that, you just got to know there's going to be times that you're not going to shoot as good. I do think that we're probably a little bit better. Tyler Dominy is a very good penetrator. He likes to get to he's about 6'3", and is able to get to the paint some, and he has, you know, shot a lot of free throws for us. So, you know, it does show that we do like. Of course, late in the game, you need to try to get in there and get some free throws and maybe make it. But we're still going to shoot it. You know, we feel like that's best for us, and gives us the best chance. And for years, I still feel like the way we win is with our 3-2 matchup defense that we play that nobody else in North Georgia or anywhere I know plays it. So I think that's been a big advantage to us, you know, being able to do something that nobody, you know, a lot of people shoot the 3s, but nobody plays the 3-2 matchup. So that has been also a big key for us as well.
Now, you're on an incredible run. You've made state 4 years in a row now. It's been great, a very historic run for Dawson County. Unfortunately, each year it seems like getting over that first round has been the big obstacle there.
It has.
Do you think it's time this year to finally get over that hump?
I thought last year we got fortunate enough to go on the road and play Callaway last year, and I think they were in the top 5. Or I know I think we were down 14 or 15, and under a minute we'd cut it to 1, and I almost pulled that up. Oh, that would have been a big, you know, first round upset up there. But you know, hopefully we can get over the hump, but gosh, I'm looking at right now. We're matched up with GAC, who may be the number 1 team in all classifications. Then you got South Atlanta that moved down from 3A. That's got the Player of the Year that everybody in the nation is trying to get, and then you got Decatur, and you got other teams. So you know what we've tried to do is just try to take care of, you know, in our region and do the best we could. And you know, our goal is to get back to the state playoffs. At least if you get there, you got a chance. Right. And it has brought a lot of excitement. We've had probably the best crowds in my 8 years that I've been here this year. I know at Towns we had a great crowd, and Friday night against Gilmer we had a great crowd. So, you know, making those playoffs and winning has been good for our program. We would have liked to go on further in the playoffs. We would have liked to win some, but you know, I think it gives us a little motivation. Maybe to, you know, who knows if you can get there. I know last year we sure did play good the first round, so maybe, you know, we can jump over the hump. But it's going to be very difficult to get there with the East Halls and the Jeffersons and the Alberts and those kind of guys. So, you know, we're just hoping that we have that opportunity again.
Well, Coach Burgess, we always enjoy having you on the show, and good luck to you the rest of the way.
Well, anytime y'all want to come to Dawsonville, we'd love to have you.
We're definitely going to be at some more games this year.
Okay.
Now, don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we're going to have senior captain Jacob Evans on the show to give a player's perspective of Tigers basketball.